Schools, movie theaters, churches, and even highways. Our next guest warns we need to be prepared because these are the soft targets inside America that ISIS will strike and wants to strike. Dr. William Forstchen is a historian and author of the new book, Day of Wrath, and he joins us live. Good morning to you.
A pleasure to be with you. Unfortunately, we have to discuss something that's not so pleasant.
You wrote this book in June about ISIS.
Yes,
Why?
I did. I wrote it as a warning to America. I'm a college professor besides being an author. I take very seriously the threat of ISIS. They say they're coming to America. They're not coming for our hard targets, as some experts proclaim. I believe they are coming for the soft targets, which means our schools, churches, community centers.
Why do you think they're coming?
They said they are. Everything that ISIS has said they're going to do for the last 6 months, they have achieved.
Sure. We saw that tweet outside the White House where we are here, and then somebody's holding up the black flag of ISIS just outside our White House. And, of course, the Secret Service says they're investigating. When you say that soft targets are the way they're going to go, what are you talking about?
Why go for the hard targets? Now, consider 9/11. Those were commercial military targets. ISIS has learned to manipulate social media to the utmost. Imagine 9/11 with modern social media. Imagine ISIS going into Newtown, and rather than 28 children dead, we have 300. I wrote Day of Wrath as a warning because I am a college professor. I'm also a military historian.
Well, because there are so many soft targets in the United States, how do we protect ourselves?
That is the tough question. We have to rethink our school security today, starting today. In a lot of states, schools are starting this morning. Rethink security. It's not going to be one gunman. It's going to be 3 or 5 professional trained killers that in 15 minutes could wipe out an entire school.
What do you think about the theory that it could be at a shopping center where there are hundreds of people in a food court?
I heard one of your experts talking about that last week. Possibility, but realize shopping malls have dozens of exits. Think of the contained area inside a school or a church.
What about
place of worship or synagogue?
So you say that a church would be much more lethal?
Terrifying. And also remember their hatred for Christians and Jews. They would love to knock off a synagogue or a church.
We're just, what is it, a little more than a week away from 9/11. Do you think that that is a symbolic target for ISIS?
I'll have to be one who says no, because I believe they want their own date. There will be a date in the future that people will say, same way we speak in 9/11, the day ISIS struck. Remember, they hold bin Laden in contempt. They want to up him.
Because they're rival groups.
Right. They hold him in contempt. Look at how al-Qaeda's recruits are now moving over into ISIS, and thousands of Westerners are joining them as well.
So if al-Qaeda is going to hit the United States, it most probably, as they did 2 years ago, might be on September the 11th, whereas ISIS, if they're going to hit the United States, they would steer away from that because that day belongs to al-Qaeda.
Then they can claim, oh, we're imitating bin Laden. They want to set their own precedent. They could bring America to its knees within a matter of hours if they hit the soft targets.
His new book is called Day of Wrath. It's all about ISIS. Dr. William Forstchen, thank you very much for joining us live.
Thank you very much, sir.